Hello, welcome. Today we're trying again to stream on Twitch and YouTube, so I may be checking to my monitor here quite often just to make sure that everything is working well. I present myself, my name is Mar, and I created an animation and comic studio here in Japan. I've been living here for around 6 years, and I'm actually from... Doesn't look like it's working. Hello, Xenius, hello, Meows. I see your chats on YouTube. Huh? Yeah, it is working. Oh well, these things happen. So basically today we'll be working on... I'll just continue. We'll be working on... we'll continue in this animation. So this is a loop with a very sunsetty, sweet, romantic scene that I love. Where there's many actions actually going on, nothing like too big, but basically we have like the hair moving from the wind, the sleeves are moving from the wind, the hand is moving around, there's like sort of like a smoke coming out from a mic that he's holding, so on. And right now one of our in-betweeners finished the first loop that I need to check, which is like the hair and sleeves animation, so we'll do that. It shouldn't take the whole stream. So then I'll be most likely like painting, adding details, like there's a lot of elements that seem to have just disappears. No, I'm guessing they just, yeah, and we have like other elements around. Sometimes like the screen moves things and says that things are not working, but they are, and I get this confused. But okay, whatever. So let me know how has this week been going for you. I mean, this, as always, I'm saying like what are we working on and so on, but this is not a tutorial exactly unless unless you ask me about things related to animation, or I don't know, we can also chat about any other stuff. Mr. Warwick, hello, how are you doing? Where do you come from? I think it's the first time we've met. I'm talking, by the way, I'm restreaming, so again, we're in Twitch and YouTube. In this case, I'm seeing chat and stuff in YouTube. If you're here watching from Twitch, then of course like go ahead and try the chat if you want to. Okay, so I will be making this less velocity because I need to correct animation stuff. So yeah, it's more like it. So these cards, in this case, Zionius prepared this beautiful animation of the hair. Well, I prepared the keyframes, and he made all those beautiful in-betweens. For the hair in the guy, I see absolutely nothing to correct, really. It's just good. It's good. It's great. So nothing there. Oh, doesn't work well for you? Oh no. And you are in YouTube. Let me see. Excellent connection. Does it still work? Not well right now. It seems to be working in all the platforms. As always, like, thank you for the feedback. If something doesn't seem to work well, it really helps you notice me. Otherwise, I just like talk alone to nothing. Okay. Checking now the hair of her. Like, this looks good. I see that we need to connect the line of his cheek. In this case, this also makes sense. This is difficult, but yeah, I think it's quite well solved. Yeah, alright, so this seems to make sense. So I don't really need to correct it, right? I just need to maybe go to the next step. So we move forward. Basically, today I'm working, so just to explain a bit of context. Right now I'm working sort of in two projects at the same time. I'm working on to finish this project while I'm negotiating the next project, for which I created a storyboard and just delivered. So I'm a bit of like out of my head, but that was also on purpose, in the sense that I just delivered a lot of work to the team to work on, and from today I actually started seeing things I can correct and move forward. So it was like everything is like well structured. That's why you may see me like, do I look distracted? More like I have a lot in my head. Hello, Gonzalo. How is it going? Oh, interesting. So I see the chat in the YouTube and it didn't bring resume. It does. It just has a bit of a delay. Okay, okay. So okay, let's make the shadow. So I believe that the hair. Wait, hold on. The leaves. We need to check the leaves. The sleeves. We need to check the animation of the sleeves. So these two sleeves should be moving. This one moves. No, wait. Does this one move as well? Yeah, it does. So we have this sleeve movement. Makes sense. Okay, then it actually reverses. So we go to 1, 1, 2, holding the Wacom pen, and I cannot write things correctly. Yes, this is stuff. Maybe you don't even see it because it's behind my camera. I'm just reversing an animation manually. What? Because we're already in 12. So basically now we'll close the loop. So the sleeve flies, it gets like a bit fill, and it goes down. Good. Okay. Let's see for the details now. Is it well attached to the body, so then when we paint it we don't get like these effects where no, I don't want. So basically we're trying to paint and then there's a hole and everything gets filled in and it's so annoying. No, it seems like it's well attached. I'm checking these both sleeves. Yes, yes. It's taking some time. Actually this one is a bit going too far away. The arm important. There you go. Should be at 3s. The color doesn't match because the opacity is lower, so I can see which layer is which. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's all good here. Same, I'm guessing. Yeah. I don't think we'll have much trouble here either. Maybe in this one. Nice. It's quite tedious work, but it's nice because right now you can see a lot of like the end of what I'm working on. By the way, there's another animation where I forgot to actually make like this line and the skirt because she's putting the arm up and I totally forgot to make those lines, but yeah, I'll notice when I'm painting that. Or I could do it now in the body because then we can just put it together later, which will be more easy. So we'll have a new line. Legs line. Not this one. Should be this color. Oh my god, I have the Chihiro song in my head right now. Oops, this is not correct. Something like that, most likely. She knows how to. Oh, Streamlit is working now. Interesting. And is it working both in Twitch? Not really. Hey, how are you doing? Great. I was like, should I say the nickname? But then we talked this morning and you told me your actual name. Should I also say your actual name here? Or just when we're talking in like messages directly? Ah! Alright. So Greg. I'll go with Greg. Alright. So Greg here and also another animator is talking to us on stream. Nice to see you around. I think that's the only line that we actually need. Yeah. So I'll just have it a bit less, with a bit less opacity, and that will be all. Also, we'll have to delete all these bodies. So this is actually a part of the work that I don't know to who to delegate really, but it's very monotonous, but it's difficult to explain, but it's super easy. So basically, as you see, we can see through the ponytail. The ponytail of this guy is a ghost, right? But because it moves, it makes sense to have just the static body once. But then we have to put all the layers together, the body with the color and everything. So in this case, it's easy because when we color the ponytail, most likely we'll have the opacity, but in many animations we have to put everything together. Like for example, these sleeves will have to go inside these animations above, like, and then like the 11th frame here will have to go inside the 11th frame here, like the sleeves inside the hair folder, and the 12 repeats all the time, so we'll have to copy this 12 like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times and add it in the folder above, like, and I think you can see my mouse. And then we have to get the body, copy the body 28 times and put it inside the folder, because that way when I export, I just export in like one frame, like one drawing at a time, and it's so much easier to just edit things than have like things move around and clip them in the editing software, which also takes lots of power from the computer and rendering. Oh, right. Hey Jason, how are you doing? Nice to see you around. Oh, it's so nice. Everything's working well today. I'm so much more calm. Like the last day was a bit stressful. Alright. So, okay, I edited that. We have I checked everything then. Oh, we said that we wanted to check a bit these ones, right? Because at some point, like here, oh, disappears. Let's go to the 7th. I'm in the right layer, yes. So basically, it's like very, very tiny checks. I think that was the only one. Ooh, this will be like a lot, super tough to not detect. Wow, the length, like the size of the line changes a lot. It could be also with me, because sometimes I use the pen, sometimes I use the curve. It could be the betweener, not sure. But yeah, it does quality when the line is more consistent. So worth checking, worth paying attention. At least now that I'm doing the consistency check and quality check. Second work. So what are you working on today? Anyone in the chat? What's your big thing today? Could be rest, but I don't know. Also animating, studying, working, drafting, trying to sleep. Depends on your time zone. Hydrate. Reminder to everyone: are you hydrated enough right now? Should you drink something? Okay. Next step will be the shadow lines, which I'm realizing, are they not there? Literally not. I draw them for the sleeves, but what about the hair? Ah, yes, here they are. So that's what we're going to do now. So technically this is in-betweener work, but as I said, I'm in the ending of this project where right now the things I have to do is things that I cannot share on a live stream, like editing or very like super detailed stuff and decisions, so I would not be able to like talk and engage while I'm creating it. So I decided to do a bit of in-betweener work. I'm good, sorry, I've been busy with work and going back and forth to the hospital and visiting my doctor. Oh my god, I hope you're feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. Since I turned off the lines to see the line size. Yeah, it makes sense, I was just lost in in the layers. Meow says, I couldn't watch the last week too. I can't answer your question immediately. Yeah, so basically, it's a bit messy because in the last weeks, the first and last weeks, especially last weeks of a project, I'm working on many things at the same time, like correcting and putting things together and working in details and like basically closing up. So I don't even know if next week we will have a stream because there's many things I cannot share, like the editing part. It's just, I cannot be like checking a chat and talk when I'm doing that. And also it will be like too spoilery. And it doesn't also look very interesting really when you're like putting like the software things together. Actually you get a very crazy stuff visually until you get to the final shot. So if I have enough time, I'll do a stream while maybe making some illustration, like something extra that's not for the project, not animation itself, or we'll just have to skip 1 week. Will we get to see the final animation? I mean, yes, but not in my live streams. In my live streams, you see my work in progress, but if you follow our collaborator, you will see him upload it. So basically, I will not upload the final animation because this client work, but the client will upload it, and then I'll put it on my YouTube as like reproduction list, so like link there, so you will not get a notification, but it will be in my YouTube, easy to see. And so you get a notification, but I suggest to follow me on Patreon. Most likely I'll put it also maybe in Twitter, Instagram, I'm not sure, but to make sure that you get the link, like either follow me on a newsletter, have the newsletter link somewhere else on Twitch and on the YouTube description, this video description for this video. And yeah, if you are in my newsletter and if you follow me, that doesn't mean in Patreon, doesn't mean you have to be a patron and support me financially, just follow me. I also post like public posts. You will actually get notified that, hey, the video we've been creating for the last, we were creating a couple months ago, is now out. So I don't know exactly when the videos will be out, it depends on the client. He's, I believe, gathering the songs right now. Yeah, so now everything is blurred like last week. No! Oh no. Okay. Seems to work here. Checking as always. Alright. So, maybe you guys didn't remember, I don't think I added more highlights, did I? Add them somewhere. 13, 12. Do I have other highlights? The Streamlabs thing is working on YouTube, but it's not working on Twitch. So we have this timer in my Streamlabs, in the Streamlabs, which is the app, the software I'm using to run the streams, where it says like every X time or X messages in the chat, it puts like a text. and now it just appears on, like it's like a bot basically. It is a bot. I'm still about to say, so I just paste it on Twitch. That information. Alright. Yeah, so I think that's the only reference I added with shadows. Does that make sense? Yeah, most likely. I don't think I had others. Otherwise I would see the hidden layers, and I'm not seeing them. Yeah, so we're gonna do in between the shadows, which is very tedious, to be honest, after you've done the inks. But if you do wrong the inks, then the shadows are like, no. So how about we do it in a faster way? Let me think. No, let's do it well. So basically, I would start with the middle, which is the farthest we get from number 1. I'll put it here, this layer. I'll just move it for now, and we'll do the highlights. Let's make the body even less visible, so it's really not annoying us, and go for the highlights. Which colors did we use? This purple, which is most likely this one. Yeah, this purple, green, and blue. Okay. So this barely moves, so this here. So I believe they're in smaller line. It's around there. Good. Next would be in the hair of the curl. So something like this. Boom. So what else? Jaejeong was telling us about her day. How are you doing? Other people, what are you working on this week or today? Let me make sure this makes sense. So from here we go, the hair moves there. Yeah. I guessed I was doing too much. Ah! Okay. It's a layer mess, but at the same time it's not. Here we have a double situation. So it's barely moved, so it should be as similar as possible. Size. here. Mm. Hope you cannot hear. You may hear my fan, but at least I hope you don't hear the laundry machine next door. That would be a bit more odd. The walls are that thin. Aside from working for you, I've been doing some storyboards for a personal project. Nice. Also, did I forget to draw the top of her head there? No, you didn't. This top of the head belongs to the full body because this doesn't move. Same as here, that this is already done. So no, you didn't. Don't worry. Like it's nowhere. So Xena here in the YouTube chat is the one who's been working hard to create all this wavy hair and sleeves. I hate using the pen tool. I started drawing digital. Something, by the way, if you also should check your stabilization. Sometimes it's because stabilization is too strong or too weak for you. That, for example, if I put the stabilization like at 0, everything I draw will, well, actually it's not so shaky because I have quite a good control of the pen. But if, okay, so let's say this line, something like this. Okay, so I'm making an arrow. If I put the stabilization at the maximum, I will do exactly the same movement with my hand. Here's what I get. I cannot get this point because the computer understands that this is a mistake. I'm going too far. So sometimes the settings might be working against you. Be careful with that. Nah, you're fine, Zunia, don't worry. You did a great job. Alright, so I think that's it. We have the longest in between, the farthest in between. Next. So now we're starting to do actual in-betweens. So number 2. And obviously we should do this and see how each part connects to each other part, but it's really troublesome to make it, so we'll do it for the 14th. No, we'll do it for the 2nd. So the first one, when I give it for coloring, we'll have the colors. The second one will have the shadows. Understand? And then that's it. Okay, decided. So let's go back to the purple. Just this one. So in this case we should be super close to the purple line, not to the green. This green line that you see is for 14th, and the 14th is like super far away as an in-between. So I need to stay super close still to this other. So for coloring, this will be a mess because of these unexistent lines, but that yeah, I need to think, well, like these are the things that I cannot do on a live stream because I really need to focus on think like what's the most efficient way to do this, and I would be just quiet, me like, and you know, like just looking at someone in the stream like this, how sort of things, and it would be very interesting. Working on my mom's children's book, and the style she wanted me to create requires me using the pen tool on Illustrator. Ah, yeah, that's different. That's vectors. Yeah. Maybe right here, Twitch understands, right? Like, I cannot, I mean, I have to keep these lines static, but then when we need to paint, they need to be there so we can use the fill tool. So I have to like merge all the layers, but then it means I have to paint the body many times, but then I have to paint the body, merge it, then paint the hair, and you know, I really have to think of the process, the step by step of how can we make this cut the best way that the result and the work makes sense. Hey, Two Frame Studios, how are you doing? Dear, this is animation world. So who wants to become an animator? So in this case, I believe this is, oops, what's this color? Excuse me. This is the color, I think, right? Yeah. Move much. Dun dun. So it should be almost the same. I mean, if the hair moves a bit more shaky-ish, it's actually not a big deal, because that's also what like hair like this, like lots of locks of hair, like a lot of like condensed groups of hair. But actually it's like tiny hair, so the shiny part, if it shakes a bit, it actually makes it look pretty and realistic, in my opinion, in my style, I hope, or at least that's how I do it. Again, if anyone here, like, yes, I'm a professional because technically I'm paid to do this and people is liking it and it's good. Like, the results end up being good, but there's so much I still need to learn. So much. Like, sometimes people will tell me about the industry as if I know that, and I'm like, oh really? And other stuff. But I mean, I know a lot about the industry, like a lot about how things work and how I work and how this, like, you're seeing me, I'm animating. But there's so much more out there that I have no idea. Still. Why am I talking about this? Okay. I like TV Paint for that. Maybe TV Paint is better at... Actually, wait. Most likely there's some setting that I can paint without having it in the same folder. Technically I should. I mean, that's why we have this tool called like refer to other layers, but it refers to other layers in the same folder, not from other folders. Does that make sense? So yeah, we'll be checking that. It may be, aha! See? Layer in folder. All layers, reference layer, select the layer. Oh, I found it. Okay, so maybe coloring will not be that difficult after all. Good. Thank you, Greg, for triggering me to try to think that Clip Studio Paint should be able to do everything that 3D Paint does, or at least for what I needed for Japanese standards. I mean, we use the Japanese style and Japanese processes, so Clip Studio Paint should be able to do everything needed for that. So I don't know if 3D Paint also have like 3D or some things, I don't know. Wait. Two Frame Studios, I've been wrangling about a lot of stuff and I don't know what you're talking about anymore. Most likely I asked something. Then I do, I'm just low and using migraines, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So with merging, Clip Studio Paint is a bit troublesome. It's just, it takes time. It takes time. That's all. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, next. Oh wait, I think we forgot the hair of the guy. Sorry, guy. I think it's purple. Poof. I don't think we even need this. Bye. Am I in the right layer? Like, that's the question of the day, is like, have I saved? Am I in the right layer? Oh, what happened here? Oh, there's a hole! There's a hole! Big hole! No? Was it me? Was it Zimis? Probably I think it's Zimis this time. Could be me. Hey, wait, what? So maybe me and then Zimis followed? Anyway, who cares? I need to fix it. I mean, I can't find any reason why would I forget this part. Who wants to be an animator? Yeah, yes, that. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, chat, for letting me know like what's people talking about. Yes, doesn't want to be an animator. And then it says, oh no. Yeah. So, next. It's fine. I mean, it's fine as long as we meet the deadline. Actually, isn't it this purple? No, it's that one. It's more beautiful and it hurts my eyes a bit less. Oh my god, I'm a bit nervous as well because I think I was mentioning it early in the stream. I just delivered a storyboard, a rough storyboard, it's not the final one, a rough storyboard to a prospect client, and oh my god, I love what we will have to do if it proceeds well. It will be very tough, but it will look so good. Yeah, we'll see. I need to make sure that this makes sense, like it's in the same area. It's not just animating like the between of the purple line with the other purple line, but thinking about how is the hair moving actually. Like this shadow is tied to this string of hair, so in this case it needs to keep going to that direction. Let's make this orange. No, it wouldn't be the same. Trying to think of how to make things easier, but in the end I should just like go for speed and go. So the good thing is that right now I'm doing in-betweener job, but it's not losing time because then I already have, so this cat was given me to correct this morning, like a bit ago, by Exunist, and I actually already have the next one that he will work on. I'm not giving it now because internet connection, and because I don't know what will I be doing in this live stream. So maybe I also continue in that one, but the next thing is done, so it's not that we're moving slower just because I'm doing that. We're moving. A bit slower maybe, but we're moving. Just that sometimes what I have to work on doesn't mix with things I can share on a stream. On the line here. My body again reminding me that I'm a woman and pain. Don't mind me. I'm fine. Aha! It is not fine. Just like made a mistake here. Look at this line. Hello? There you go. Excuse me. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Oh my god! I think because I'm using the restring tool, we have a 15-second delay now, so it's more difficult for me to follow some things on the chat. So I need a bit more context, or I keep asking again. But yeah, I think it's good that we can restream. And catch new friends on Twitch. Also, some of you, I know that you're under the other platform, so I know that you changed. I see you. I know you're not talking, but I see you. And I know you. And I'll follow you in your bad dreams. That's a joke. If you haven't, I mean, I disclaim that I say that in case, like, I didn't say anything. Okay, if you have nightmares, please don't blame me. What am I saying? Did I do it here? Yeah. Yeah, so it's slowly getting closer to the green one, still making sure it makes sense with the actual drawing number 4 that we're shadowing. Are we shadowing? Is this shadowing? I guess it is. It's barely moving because in the end, like, she has her head put on the shoulder of the guy. Ah! See, this, I'm trying to merge it with the hair as it would make sense. I think here will start to deviate a bit. Why is it not scrolling well? Your mic volume is very low. A second. Oh, turn on. I'm having troubles understanding. I'm trying to read your username. 1 second. Anyway, welcome. I just turned down the strength of the fan, so you should have less noise, so you can put the voice louder. I'm seeing that Twitch may be having problems of connection, YouTube as well. Okay, I mean, I can try to speak a bit louder though. Thank you very much though for commenting on the situation of the microphone. Let me refresh the screen. So while I keep animating. So anyway, let me present myself again for I know that there's new people just checking in. My name is Mar. I've been living in Japan for the past 6 years, and I'm an animator. I'm doing right now, well, I actually founded the studio and of animation and comic, and I'm working on a commission animation right now. It is actually teamwork, so I've been correcting the work of one of our staff, who's actually in the chat on YouTube, I believe. And I lost the track of thought because I was reading the chat. Yay. You know, live streaming is easy. Yay. But yeah, I like to try engaging and not just focus on what I'm doing and silent and let's go. That could be another way of streaming. But I'm also doing this for the social part. I like to chill and chat with you. Otherwise, if I just want to work in silence, I can do it on my own, I guess, since it's more efficient and I go faster. Relax, all I want to say is the animation is so well done. Oh, thank you! I absolutely love the background work in your film and the interactions with the dragon and the end. Thank you very much! This is from Twitch, by the way. I'm reading now something from Twitch. We're streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time right now. Is there a way I can say your name like shorter? Is that okay? Turned on, tuned in, dropped out. Oh my god. I can't, I'm trying. Thanks for watching. Oh, okay, next. Am I in the right layer? Was I in the right layer? Yes, I was. Okay. Digital artist errors. You know. Not in the right layer. It's all together with line. No, but actually it's very easy to fix when you're using such sharp, pixelated, if you want to say that, lines, because you can select things so easily. I need to get a non-shaky effect, so I really have to go to the meeting very slowly. Jason on YouTube, how many hours do you work on the project each day? Let's say from 2 to 8 hours. It depends because I have another job. So, I mean, okay, there's some days that because I'm worrying and thinking about it and so on, I could get to 12, let's be honest, to 12 or 14. Like I'm all day like with this thing in my head and planning and then doing and then thinking and so on. But usually it's from 2 hours to 8 hours. Yeah, average would be 4-6 hours. And that's not only animating, that's managing, scheduling, talking to the team, doing, like, there's a bit more extra, like, than like marketing, like, okay, I promise I will do this on Patreon, I promise I will do this on the newsletter and things like that. So that's also that. And usually I work Monday to Saturday. Saturdays I took things easy. So for example, on a normal day, like usual day, I work while at most, like maybe I have like some movie in the afternoon, some series and such. But in Saturdays I may already start with having a movie and drawing slowly, or if I feel like marketing, I will do marketing. If I feel like animating, I will animate. So it's less scheduled, if that makes sense. I also have my husband at home, so I may go chill to the sofa more often and catch him. But yeah, it's Monday to Saturday. Sometimes Sundays I check a bit, but it's more like, okay, I check the Discord, maybe someone in the team delivers something, so I check quickly in case I can like already give feedback. Sorry, my body is hurting right now, but I'm in a moment where I could be lying down and trying to sleep and it would hurt exactly the same. So I rather do something I love, which is animating and talking to you. So I hope this replies to your question, Jason, about how many hours do I work. Next question. Oh, there's a lot of questions around in Twitch. Is CSP a proper animation suit, like on par with something like Toonboom Harmony? CSP is a very good, like Porky is replying, CSP is good, Toonboom is also great. Yeah, by the way, Porky Boy, Greg here in the Twitch chat, he's a professional animator as well, so yeah, whatever he's saying, I believe in him. I must be honest, I never tried Toonboom, TV Paint, and others. Like, I just animated with Clip Studio Paint and maybe Flash, or like now it's called Animate, I believe. And yeah, I can do everything I want, like with Clip Studio Paint, I do everything from the storyboard. I actually create the storyboard here, like just like to see like how it moves, like as a GIF sort of thing. I do the storyboard, layouts, keyframes, animation, painting, then export and go to Adobe to actually compose. So I can do everything I want, but that said, I use animation style, like anime from Japan style of animation. So maybe there's some things that I would be a bit limited on that maybe the other software have and this doesn't, but yeah, it's good enough that I can create something that looks and is actual a professional level. It's so good I don't feel like I need to try others, to be honest. And I know that industry uses it, it feels good to me. So I hope that replies, because that's what I know. Let me catch up with the chat. I mean, yeah, better than Photoshop for sure. Like any software that's for animation will be better than Photoshop. You can use Photoshop for animate, but auto-tuning, I don't think so. Not that I have found. I don't use it either. And yeah, CSPS, Porkyboy Greg says, Clip Studio Paint is very, very good for just frame by frame and go for it. Okay, so trying to see that I didn't forget any line. I'll go to the next. I'll take a very short pause. Just go to the bathroom, so I'll be back. Hold on, everything should be working. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes, so keep chatting everything. If you want to take a moment to go to, like while I'm gone, to check Patreon, or and maybe actually let me plug my newsletter link. So you can then, hello, where's the oh, I don't have the newsletter newsletter link easy to get. Oh, that's a pity. Alright then, for now I'll share Patreon. You can, yeah, if you want to see the final animation, follow me on and yeah, Porkyboy is watching on Twitch. So on Twitch we have Porkyboy and someone else in the chat that okay, let me try to read the username of the other now new friend we have on Twitch. Tune in, dropped out. That's a full username. It's all like in a full sentence without spaces. So that's why I cannot say their name. But yeah, I'll be back in a moment. If you want to check Patreon, meanwhile, if you have an account and follow me there, you will be able to see, like, I post things there publicly as well, so I'll post there when this animation is done, like the final thing shared with the client. So be back in a moment. See you now. I'm back. Let me check everything's working. I'll introduce myself and then check the chats where I see various questions. Both platforms, YouTube and stream, Twitch, which says he is the last thing I see. Alright. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'll present myself again. Hello, this is Mar. I'm from Spain. I've been living in Japan for 6 years and I founded an animation studio recently. We're working on commissions basically for like music videos or like clips for like other movies, basically for clients. We don't have a lot out right now because many things are still pending, like they're on process or let's use water. Excuse me. Or basically they're still hidden because the client hasn't released it yet. And today we're working a very romantic scene. I was correcting this animation of the hair flow. For these characters is like, we're working in many loops lately for this project. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so let me see you in the chat. These live streams are not like for a tutorial itself, but if you have any questions, just go ahead. Otherwise, we just talk about random stuff, which could be cats. We like cats. I like more dogs though. I love cats. Let me see. So ASD on YouTube says, hi, what do you think about the live action Mulan film? Okay, very important question that I cannot reply because, as I just said, I'm living in Japan and until 2 weeks ago, it wasn't confirmed. Like, the movie has been delayed in the cinemas for a long time. Hello, coronavirus. I mean, yeah, security stuff. And 2 weeks ago, they finally said that they will release it only on Disney Plus. Okay, so one, I don't have a subscription. I already have other subscriptions on streaming platforms, but not to Disney Plus because I don't have a Japanese credit card. So I have to ask my husband. It's just like, ugh. I don't have it, and also I'm scared that if I get Disney Plus and it's all in Japanese and I don't get like the real voices, and it will be a pity. So I haven't seen it yet. I will. And then you can ask me again, like ask me in like maybe a month. I will have found a way and maybe final research. I don't know. I'll see it. I'll see it somehow. Maybe not in a month. I don't know, but I will. I want to. It's a Disney movie I love, at least animation version. Porky Boy says he. I don't know why. I guess about the Patreon. The Zemius says, is this an open question? I mean, I think yes or close, I don't know. Okay, yeah, then I ask it to everyone. So what do you think about the Mulan movie? No spoilers. Don't you dare, please, don't spoil me if you've seen it and you share your opinion, like you like it, you didn't, you think the designs are great or they changed it a lot from the script. Things like that is fine, but don't actually spoil it, alright? I mean, the trailer is a lot like already spoiling a lot of things anyway, as always. And what can we say? Politics. Yeah. I try, like, I've never had to ask, but in my streams I try not to talk about, at least not deeply, to talk either politics, religion, things like that. There's many opinions, and I don't believe there is a space. Yeah. Yeah, some things were in a very good timing with the pandemic, some other things were not in the great timing because people reacts. I won't say how I feel about it on each reaction, but I mean things like Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing, like boom, that was the perfect timing. Like some things went really well thanks to the pandemic, but other things, boy. Right. So here we are, we're making the guidelines for the shadows for when we color this hair. It's one of the last things we'll be animating, so I do these streams weekly every Wednesday in these two channels. Like, actually I'm very new to Twitch, so if you just found me, like, please bear with me. I'm used to doing streams, but mostly on YouTube. But yeah, basically I do the streams. Let me see, how can I do this? That goes from there. Okay, I guess I need this way with the lateral. So what was I saying? Yeah, streams weekly every Wednesday, but next week, because we're in the end of this project, we're getting close to the end of this project, that means the next week I'll most likely be editing or doing like last very little corrections and such, which means I cannot share it on a live stream really, so I will not be able to animate as I'm doing now here with you. In the practice, it means that either I will skip the live stream altogether, or I will be like, maybe if I have the time and I see that I'm fine on schedule and so on, and I feel like it, I will most likely do a live stream anyway, but maybe I'll be doing like finishing some illustration I haven't finished, or preparing something else. So we'll see, we shall see. This may be the last stream about this project, and then again, if you want to see the final piece, either you subscribe to my newsletter, which you have a link somewhere in Twitch in the about and things if you scroll down, I believe, and in the description of my YouTube channel you also have links to the newsletter, or follow me on Patreon, because I post there things, not just if you support the studio financially, but also publicly I share some stuffs, because let's be honest, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I post there very scattery, like some things I post on Twitter, other things I post only on Instagram, other things I forget to post, blah blah, and I made this promise to myself and to the people in the newsletter that at least Patreon, if I post anything online, I'll try to also make a copy in Patreon, because not just because I want to concentrate it there, but actually you can post long text, I can post GIFs, I can post videos, I can post images, so it's actually very friendly to share anything that this studio is creating, either an extra to support, like an extra creation that's only for people who support us financially, or to anyone else who wants to say, what are we doing? All right, let's go to the chat. I've been rambling for a lot right now. Go to Google Mulan. Yeah. I rather see the live action Kung Fu Panda. Oh my god, live action Kung Fu Panda. It would be like, you would like to see, question, meows, you want to see live action of Kung Fu Panda with persons, like some guy, human, being a Kung Fu Panda like character, like acting as him, like, instead of a panda you would say, I don't know, like a overweight guy, maybe, like, I think that's one of the issues, that they wouldn't say like his looks strong because of his fluffiness. Or would you like to see it like Disney did that, like the Lion King, with actual like CG, computer-ish 3D characters? Because that's not the same. Like, well, hello, welcome. Hey, what? Zinius, I'd rather watch animated movies. Actually, yeah, I'd rather the animated movies, most like, in most cases, instead of the live action. It's just, to me, it's like another movie, like The Beauty and the Beast and live action. I really like it, but to me, Beauty and the Beast is the animated one. It's how it is. I mean, it's a whole story that has many versions, but if you told me Disney and Beauty and the Beast, I think of the animated, the first one. And then it's another version that's nice. I love Emma Watson acting there, for example. Next, Yeah, it's a very repetitive work, so it's easy to do a live stream. Sort of easy to do a live stream, being pain, because yeah, I'm a woman, and my body. It's up to you. I watched Mulan yesterday. Ooh, how was it? Okay, looking forward. Looking forward. Real pandas would be better. Oh my god. Do you know how many, like, forget the ethical of having real pandas act. Do you know how hard it must be to film pandas doing what you want, like kung fu stuff? Like, have they, like, train them? Have them do that and then act with other animals? I think there's like snakes, tigers, like birds. Like, how do you make a panda behave with a snake next to him, her? Oh my god, like, I'm really, forget the ethicals and how I feel about animals acting or how you feel about it. I'm just thinking of the craziness of how do you make that happen. Like, it may take like years if it ever happens. And then it would be like a Mononoke Princess where the animals don't move the mouth because they're animals and, you know, they don't move vocally like us, and then they just like move a bit the mouth and then there's the noise of the actual sound. Wait, I almost made a mistake here. It would be really interesting. See, we're talking about animation, but are we? It's just fun. It's fun. Okay, so I'm starting to go a bit wild here, so we transfer one thing to another. And now I have the Mononoke song in my head. Can I sing? Should I sing? I shouldn't sing, for your sake. So yes, it was good. I like it. It was a little disappointed because Sean wasn't it. Sean? What's Sean? General Sean, like the guy is not there? Like the love interest, if any, of the movie? Like the guy, the trainer? Oh my god. I mean, that's a spoiler, but sort of like knowing beforehand, because then, oh my god, Chang is not there. Who's singing then? Oh no, Kung Fu Panda, like the new Lion King movie, it would be nice. Actually, I haven't seen the Lion King one because like the Lion King is one of my favorite movies, and I've seen most live actions from Disney, like from the ones they turn from animation to like real person human actors. But I'm doubting to see the live action of like Dumbo and the Lion King because I love so much those movies and I sort of don't want to change them. Does it make sense? I mean, I know it's a different thing, I know, but it's so close to my heart with the Lion King, for example. Actually, there's something more complex going on. But I cannot talk about it in a live stream, sadly. So sorry for not addressing it directly. I'll tell you later, Zionist. So I'm sorry, I cannot talk about this in a live stream right now because it's various things. But I may know what's going on. Okay, next. So is there any movie about Disney that you actually rather, like, you rather the live action one than the animated original version of it? Curious. Ramon, hey! Long time no see you. How are you doing? I keep forgetting the right purple. Me. It is so tedious work. I mean, we're here more for the chill and the chat because right now, come on, I'm just like making this over and over and over. That's why this is in between our job as well. It's like good practice because you actually have to take a good look that things are not shaking and so on, but visually it's not as interesting. I mean, it's super important. Like, as an in-betweener, hey, what you draw is what actually makes it to screen. By the way, like the cleanup final version, that's you. So, hey, very important. But right now, I know that for the stream, maybe it's not looking so interesting. My computer is really acting super. Okay, the snake can be replaced by a sock. Okay, so still talking about Kung Fu Panda. Oh dear. Okay, well, I don't think so. I guess it is related to my question about the Disney. Me neither. Me neither. Actually, there's no movie that I like better the live action than the real one. I mean, just love animation too much. Like the animation was too much. So special. Maybe the old ones, but for script reasons. Because, for example, if you see Cinderella movie was done a long time ago, and therefore some social mindset has a strong effect in the movie, like the like some social things in the old movie look outdated now. Like okay, like you just want to marry a prince without even knowing the person before. You're already dreaming of dancing with him, and like I don't know. I don't think I don't remember enough both movies right now, so please don't take me to the detail or to the really like take me super seriously. But please, there's some things there like okay, like at least the live action, because it's more modern, it explains more. Okay, actually they met before, like okay, maybe they just met once or twice before actually getting to dance and so on, but there's like more time to know a person and decide whether you would marry them, right? But in the old movies it's more like fast, go, like yeah, I'm in love, that's my life now, it's you and happily ever after. I mean, that's princess stories, right? The classical ones. So things like that I could appreciate more. The new ones, and then I also understand that okay, like when they did that movie, this was the mindset. So it's not that the other movie is like the old movie is bad, right? It's just my opinion or our view of it has evolved. Hope this makes sense. I'm doing fine, thank you. I haven't seen any of the Disney remakes. I mean, it's fine, they're different movies. One of the worst one I didn't really enjoy so far was Aladdin. I mean, I like the costumes, the songs are fine, so on, but I don't know. I mean, the actor's fine, but I couldn't feel much from it. And I do like a lot the Aladdin original one, like the animated one. But if you were to ask me, I think I like better Beauty and the Beast. And what's the other one I liked? It doesn't come to my head now. Miles, nice to meet you, my friend. Seems to be fair, it's a beautiful princess. If a beautiful princess asked me to marry her after knowing her for an hour, I'd be tempted to say yes. Of course, everyone chooses the way they choose to choose. So, oh well. I mean, actually, if you meet someone in person, like for example, nah, it's fine. I think I'm going too deep right now. But just saying, meeting someone in person is so much, or like in video and not chat. It just closes up so much understanding, like gives us so much understanding of the person compared to any other way. Like 6 months chatting versus 1 day in person, you can get so much more. I mean, that's how humans are built from nature, right? To process things they see in real life and touch and hear. But in this era right now, that's actually why I'm thinking on how can I implement more meetings to our team to get to know each other and to have more fun working together, talking about like even random stuff in like the off channel. So for one side, I understand that everyone has other things other than these projects and working together for this studio, because they're maybe like students or having other jobs or whatever the reason. So I want to make things as easy for them as possible, so the time they can give to the studio, they're actually producing stuff and learning. But from the other side, and trying to think like how can we have more one-on-one or team situations where in voice or ideally in video chat we can actually mingle together and have to enjoy it, like, because most of the time we're working or with people we're working with before Corona started. So yeah, I'm thinking how can we implement that, like maybe like one monthly meeting that's with everyone together, or maybe shortly after starting the project, so at least everyone has seen everyone once, so there's more camaraderie. So Ramon says, Mar, you should create movie scripts. You have great creativity and ideas. Thank you. Actually, that's the plan. Maybe not the full script. I would most likely ask for help from other writers. But yeah, we're going for the movies. Step by step though, step by step. And now I have a Cinderella song in my head, so we keep talking about things and then the songs just keep like switching. I like today's talk. It's complicated. Okay, so if you don't mind, what? Congratulations. Oh my god, we've been streaming for more than an hour. I didn't even realize. And everything's going so smoothly. Thank you, everyone. It's nice. Ramon says, Meows, is there an emperor in Japan? I mean, the question is for Meows, but I can say yes, I think so. Yeah? I mean, yeah. I think so. I'm just repeating myself. Hey! Happy Greg! I'm sorry you feel, I hope. So, especially for who's watching on Twitch, because I'm mostly chatting with people on YouTube, is it easy to follow me? Because I'm talking to people on the two different chats, so is it easy to follow what I'm saying? That's why I'm not usually like reading what they're saying and so on. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, I'll go for a little break, just going to the bathroom, and we'll be back soon. It's okay for me. Nice. Thank you, Greg. See you now. Oh my god, the chat's so funny. Hello again. Maybe about to finish soon, but just saying. I'll present myself again. My name's Maru. I'm the founder of animation studio here in Japan. I've been in Japan for 6 years, but the studio is it's been started recently, so we don't have a lot public yet going out, and we talk in the chat usually about animation. Today, like, not tutorial stuff, but a bit like sort of related. Today somehow we deviated to the point where we're trying to set up marriages with princesses. Somehow, so yeah, just chilling. I'm animating this couple where I just corrected the hair flow, yeah, like the hair moving with the wind, and I'm doing in-betweens for the shadow. Yeah, the shadows. Next. Oh dear, I want to be a princess. Could be a very interesting experience. I want to dress like a princess. Like not exactly Disney style, but like all style princess, super awesome, big dress. Yeah, that's me. Alright. Oh my god, I love you guys. Guys and girls. Oh, that's so cool. Jaejong. So Jaejong on YouTube was explaining about her experiences with meeting a princess, actually. That's cool. Have I had experience with anyone royal? I had the chance to meet the King of Spain, and I didn't go because I was busy animating. So basically, the King of Spain was visiting the embassy, like visiting Japan, and he went to the embassy, and all the residents were invited to like this sort of like conference-ish or party thing. And actually, someone I met, like they went there and met him and so on. And I was busy having my work and building, creating Return the Favor, the animation you can see in this YouTube channel, or most likely you have the link if you're watching on Twitch. So I think I've just set my priorities. Oh, I just realized, because it's funny. Hello Abel, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Wait, actually maybe not last week. How everything's fine. We're talking about princesses here and royalty because we were talking about Disney, and you know, things relate to each other. Yeah, it's the same. I want to tell my father drove the Princess of Saudi Arabia. Oh, everyone cheering everyone, nice. People keep being nice. Like greeting everyone. Why did you follow? Well, yeah. Did you get followed by cats on Instagram recently? What? Asking to Abel. Anyway, people talking with other people. Awesome. That's my summary. People in the chat is talking to other people and being nice and curious. Great. Great. Achievement unlocked. Okay, this one doesn't looks a little more complicated. But I think this should be it. We're getting closer, so it's getting a bit more difficult. I'm sorry if I speak lower, like it's lower voice, it will be difficult for you to understand, so excuse me for that. But yeah, like when I speak with this voice right now, I put out energy. So if I need to speak with another type of voice, more like sneakish or soft or anything, you will not hear it. So I'm all the time speaking like, yes, energy, let's go. I'm tired. More that I'm tired. I mean, I'm fine. Because as I said, I'm suffering today. Nothing serious, of course. No one worry. I'm just a woman, and my body is functioning very well, reminding me that. So I'll try to take things a bit easier this afternoon. So yeah, so the stream today will not be so much more longer, most likely. Actually, we're reaching the time that on Twitch I have set a schedule, like there's a schedule window thing, so if you see there you'll see that the streams are scheduled for 1 hour and a half. We're actually about to hit that, and in YouTube there's no schedule, I just say when I start. So I will be soon free to do whatever I want. Like free from my commitment, actually can do whatever I want anytime. Mara, I would prefer to meet you than the Queen Elizabeth of England. Aw, thank you. Oh well, Meows is trying to catch people. Meows just said because I'm younger than the Queen Elizabeth of England. Well, which Queen Elizabeth of England? Elizabeth II, and maybe there's others that are younger. No, because they wouldn't be the queen. So please don't judge me for my extensive knowledge of the very poor knowledge of the royal family in England, and I cannot even make sentences because tired. The thing is, I haven't met royalty or anything like that, but I did meet a former Soviet nuclear physicist who was stationed in Cuba during the missile crisis. Wow. Oh, thank you, Ramon. Okay, so he was telling me because I'm very talented. Good escape, I guess. Nah, it's fine. No jokes, it's fine. Trying to get at least to that 14, so we close this loop, and then the rest I either give back to I think I'll give it back to Zimis while he works in other stuffs. And I will continue working on other things that I cannot share anyway. Wait, I'm detecting a mistake here. The line is in the draft layer, which doesn't matter because the draft gets eliminated anyway, so I just copy it here. But why is this important? Because I was making the highlight above before the line, and the highlight was getting above, so the line would have been messed. So let's be careful with that. And always have the link in the top, the ink layer in the top, except when there's shiny or effects that really need to go above everything else, such as sometimes like the shining lights in the eyes. I think I felt something like that earlier. No, it's fine. Okay, we were fine. Here I have the feeling that this may have happened again. No. Okay, so we're fine, we're safe, and it's fine, like these things happen, but that's why I checked, because we need to be careful with this. And whoop, and keep the good work up. My respects to you. Oh, okay, so Jaejeong explaining about her experience. The prince was 5 minutes away from me at art school. He was visiting the art museum next to my college. My dad drove him around all day and went to the same places with the prince. Oh. I mean, by the way, princesses, kings, so on, they're human, and yeah, like they're normal, like define normal, but normal people, you know, that they have different responsibilities in life, yes, different upbringing, but in the end, other humans that deserve respect as you and I, at least that's my belief. So that's actually something that I try to be very mindful of, like when meeting anyone that I personally admire for their career or reasons like that, to try to be as, like, treat them as I would treat anyone else, like with respect and care, like not like, oh my god, I love your room. Maybe I get crazy, but I would like to treat them with like, hey, how's your day? Or if I can be like of assistance, like, oh hey, it's hot today, how are you doing? Or I don't know, like maybe someone I admire is visiting Japan, and it's like, okay, oh hey, how are you doing? Do you need help finding somewhere to, I don't know, like to eat within your needs, or have you been able to find this thing? Or, you know, like trying to be like nice and helpful, as I would do the same for a friend that's coming to Japan, like, hey, have you checked in? Remember, have you checked that? Maybe have you checked that in the passport thing? Like, be careful on these places because this may happen. You know, like I try to be a human being friendly to them, right? Of course, I may encounter people with high ego that maybe they're like, they're treating me as any other human, but no, I'm treating them with respect and care because they have human needs as everyone else. Like, they want to take care of, feel safe, friendly, keep hydrated, right? Does my ramble make any sense right now? You know, if I'm explaining well my point, or what I'm actually trying to say. Okay, so here I should start doing this. What happened to the green? We just forgot it? Bye. The scientists and engineers of Germany at the time had a lot of knowledge in advanced technology. So we keep talking about powerful contacts with mate. I mean, for me, powerful contact is, for example, I've been in ties like the first time I came to Japan, for example, I was staying with my host parent, like they're basically my Japanese grandparents, not by blood, but the relationship is the same. So they brought me to like their sister's house and the nephew. So I was staying in their house, and like that night, and the nephew was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm a car mechanic, and we're really close to Ghibli studio." And Miyazaki Hayao often came to our like mechanic atelier, like where they repair things, to actually check on stuff and see how it works and so on. So he met Miyazaki, like Miyazaki Hayao, since I was like, what? How? Oh my god! So it's like I met someone that met Hayao. I was like, ooh! So that was like some of my crazy moments, but for now I'm more like that. Hey, of course I admire very much his directing work, but I don't think I would get crazy if I ever met him in person. You know, just rambling, because that's what we do on live streams. We just talk a lot. I could just put this in the category just chatting and be fine, and be animating and say just chatting. Like in Twitch you have like these categories on where are you streaming. That's what I'm talking about right now. We're so close, in betweens are so close. Now it's when it starts getting shaky and you have to be super careful. Oh, there's a hole here that when you're inking it will get troublesome. I would get crazy when Yoshinari probably. Yeah, I mean, I cannot tell. Most likely I would get like, okay, they have too many annoying persons around them and we just not talk to them. That could also be me like going, like trying not to get crazy, I'll just not contact and observe. That's all. Like trying not to annoy. Or like, hey, I love your movies, thank you very much, and have a nice day, I hope you're fine. You know, not try to like go the extra mile, like, I don't know. I know the museum is famous one city. One of my friends in Japan showed a newspaper in Japanese talking about the city I live and the museum. I see. Jae-shang Princess talking about the experience with the prince. Greg in Twitch. One of the animators that graduated on our animation program at UCLA is now animation director at Tonko House. And this Sutsumi is married to Miyazaki's niece. What? I must admit I don't know who this Sutsumi is. I just have no idea. There's too many lines. Okay, so let me take this out. Green here. Okay. So here. I think it's this one. No, it is here. Oh my god, I'm so confused. I can't see what I'm doing right now. Creator of Tonko. Okay, yeah, I think I'll have to check. I'll have to check who is who and married to whoever. Thank you, Ramon, talking about the details of the character. Oh my god. Wait. So this green line is this one. So this one. And here is one. Ah, this is because I can barely see it, so here. Okay, so that's where we wanna be. Alright. I finally found it. Yeah, the problem with things start getting super close. It's crazy. This is more or less the same, so it's fine. This lining green, I could have just copy pasted all the time. I keep drawing it all the time, and for no reason. Getting close. Getting close. Oh my god, I almost think let it go. With nothing that makes sense. I'm really tired. I really will stop after getting there. I'll show you the final thing and bye. Woo! Okay. Guessing something like this. Okay. Does this make sense? Yeah. Quite good. Quite good. And finally, this animation. Wait, well, let's put this opacity up. Is it even necessary that I explain what I'm doing? Does anyone care? I think I'm speaking too low. Oops, this is not the purple. Why do I have Let It Go in my head right now? Why? We haven't talked about it. We've talked about so many movies. Why is Let It Go in my head right now? I demand an explanation. Now it's the actual between. Yay. Yay. Oh my god, someone stop me. I'm about to sing. I have to stop myself. Tell me something to talk about. Ah. Trying not to sing. So I try to talk all the time because I know some people may not be just like watching my screen of what I'm doing, but doing other stuff. I feel like I've listened to Let It Go, can't hold it back anymore for a million times, although I haven't seen the film yet. Have you seen the animated short film Double King that's on YouTube? No. I'll have to look for it. Can you maybe send, if you have the link, can you send it on Discord? Like in the random channel or something? If you recommend it? Okay, so there you go. Here. Okay, same problem as before. 11, go away. 12, I don't want your line. 14, I don't want your ink either. 13, now we can work. So this one is this one. And this blue one is this one. Oh, here we may have fun with the inking bucket. Okay. No, let's do it well. In between. No. I don't know what Jaejong is doing. Jaejong Princess says something, I don't know what they're saying. I'm just making things visible again. Okay, so up to until the middle, the guidelines have been done. It took quite a while with me in the chat and going up and down. I'm checking section by section that this makes sense first and this. Looks good. At some point, Studio Paint will start doing strange things. Yeah, this part doesn't make much sense. It's odd, actually. Like, because it follows some hair and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, this part. I think I'd rather just like make like this. Then here, we'll just move it. Because of the hair locks and how they work. That's enough. That makes more sense, even if it's more like, it looks like more random. I'm checking the left, the right side. Yeah. Why you should create new superhero characters and create your comic, you have to create. Thank you very much, actually I do have a comic, Win the Lining. So if anyone wants to actually read my webcomic, just go. It's not exactly superheroes. Actually, it's not superheroes, but there is a hero. As far as heroes. Whoa, more nice animation. Thank you. It's also finished work with in-betweens. The animation looks nice. Thank you very much. I mean, we have in this scene. We have this animation, then we have the arm animation, we have a smack of heat, so I really suggest that you either subscribe to the newsletter or you follow me on Patreon so you don't miss the final thing, because it will be beautiful. It will be so beautiful. I will not be humble. I really like how this project is going. I mean, just look at the background. I mean, come on. Come on, look at the colors. I mean, there's a mess thingies around. Oh, that's not it. That's not the thing I wanted to. Okay. Like, this will be real nice. And then there's the animation. Now you cannot see, well, the animation of the hair, but, yeah. It's the mood. The mood. Just the Streamlabs running stuff around them. Hey, mocap, welcome. We're actually closing a bit now, but yeah. So here's it. Clip Studio X for animation. I use it from the studio process to actually coloring, to be honest. Okay, so I'll make a recap. Of how things are going. Let me see, the internet should be working well and so on. Right, so welcome everyone. If there's someone new, my name is Maru Exposito, and I created the studio of animation called Maru Exposito with a U, Maru. And I've been living in Japan for 6 years. I've studied animation here in Tokyo, although I also practice by myself. And right now, well, I created my own studio in February-ish is when I started officially this year, and we're doing commission work for like artists who need a music video or need clips for their films and so on. This is one of those clients, and some of the projects we've done already public. They're on our website maruexposito.com, but others are still hidden because that's how the industry works. The client still hasn't not made it public, or something it will never be public actually. So we have to wait. Right now for this project though, this will be on YouTube. I don't know when, it depends on the client, but I will share it to you if you follow me on Patreon, like for free. You can just have an account and follow me there, or subscribe to the newsletter. If you're on Twitch, you can see that in my description below, or you can see it on the description of the video on YouTube. You'll have access to those. Thank you, Ramon. And then I lost my track because I was reading the chat. So yeah, basically that's where you find my stuff. Let me see the chat so I engage with people actually talking. I'm very happy for your success in animation. Thank you very much. Greg asks on Twitch, do you have personal types of interests for specific kinds of projects for your studio in the future? Absolutely yes. So I'm looking, for starters right now, I'm not focusing on sound and voice. So I'm looking for projects that the client has their own music. So for example, for doing music videos where they already have the music, or clips where the animation will just have like sound and sounds that, like music and sounds that the film artist will put there. Because right now I'm building the studio based on animation so far, and we'll talk about voice. Like maybe we'll add that in the future, especially now with the pandemic. It would not be very fun to get the voice actors and direct them and so on. It will be a mess actually, but that was the plan. So that was one like technical aspect of what I'm looking for. In the other side, any project we do needs to be inside certain values that fit our studio, or values being, okay, let me see. I'll copy paste them from my website directly. So any studio we create, like let me just like copy paste the studio, and the values that every project we do on our studio in general are these. So it's about, okay, yeah, so the stories contain life-changing messages. I think in Twitch it got cut. Let me paste the fifth value again. Please don't mind me, it's here in YouTube. Or I'll just paste it on YouTube, on Twitch. Actually that was fine. Yeah. Okay, so basically I just copy paste the full bunch, and actually some part was not part of it. All stories contain life-changing messages, so the stories have a purpose, a message, or a core thing that we're transmitting, because I believe in the power of stories and I want to possibly make the world a better place. You, a person that's growing and it's positive and it's happy and enjoying life, I want to help the environment, so there's things I want to do that I want to make sure that my stories are either helping the world become that way or helping myself become that person, or at least not going against that, right? We don't use filler content to prolong the story, so I want to make sure that we participate in projects that it's not like just like filler more and more and more. Let's say when like anime seasons of anime go wild because they catch up with the manga and the story makes no sense and it's just long and the people like lose interest. I want to respect people's time, so stories that we take from clients shouldn't support gambling, smoking, drugs, homophobia, racism, and war, because that's things that as a studio we don't promote. Doesn't mean it's not seen, it's just something that we don't promote as this is something good, right? I'm reading, that's why I'm checking that site. We push into developing environmentally friendly creative processes. That's of course something inside us, but like us, how I work myself, how I do things in my life, and ideally if there's an office at some point for the studio, how we would do things is also thinking of environmentally friendly things, also merchandise. If we do something like, let's think about the environmental impact it would have, things like that. But also if I take something from a client and it's like super pro single-use plastic and against sustainable goods, something like that, it would also click on me like, okay, this is not a project I want to participate in, right? And the fifth value, yeah, basically that's how we work, like deadlines and stuff. Hey Eric, how are you doing? I'm well. Like, oh my god, I'm finding so many people that are joining now, like at the end of the stream. Everything's going well. We've been animating this hair. Let me play it for you. But actually, wait. Let's put the color a bit more faded so you can actually see the animation. Oh, what is it? Color test. So we've been animating this hair. Well, this animation has other movement, like this scene. Like right now, there's like the loop of the hair blowing with the wind, like the hair on the sleeves. Gilbert in YouTube. I remember worth watching has every single minute worth it, not only the last 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, there's different things, right? Like if we're talking about something that's like humor, like I don't know, like Cringe in Chat, The Simpsons, it's fine if you start the chapter and in the ending everyone has not evolved, they're in the same point they start on, or even worse, but that's the humor, right? Like just playing anecdotes. But the stories I'm creating are more like, okay, like this main character starts here, ends up here, here's the journey, this is the main story. If we do something extra, like a spin-off, or and that's what happened when they were sleeping to whoever, or in a dream, that's an extra, that's what you call an extra. Right? It's not that we don't do them, it's that they're not the main story. I want everything to go where it has to go. So that's the situation with the music video we created. There was like a main story. With this story in particular, this is like various music videos that technically they're just a loop that are beautiful and help you get into a specific mood. And the visuals are very important and the softness of everything, but still there's a story inside. If you check the details from the 3 music videos, you will see that there's a story, there's a connection between the characters and so on. And there's also a message that I need to write to the blanket, well, later when I modify the blanket with the bright falls and everything, do what brings you joy. So that was my first value about the messages. I completely lost what I was saying. Love it. Thank you, Cafe Watercolor, Eric. Yeah. Oh wait, what? Oh my god, Eric, you did it again. Eric, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Eric keeps supporting us, like from Cafe Watercolor in YouTube, keeps supporting us in our live streams. Oh, and we met the girl of the day. Yay! All right. Oh my god, thank you. Yeah. So I must say that it's not very efficient for me to do live streams in general because obviously I'm slower when I'm animating. Like I spend like 2 hours in this that I could have done in 1 or most likely much less. I don't know. Now I'm just saying numbers. Just saying what I've done. But then I'm a social person and I like sharing this. I love it. Virtual hug, virtual hug. Okay, hey. And virtual hug to everyone. Come on. Come on. Virtual is good in this sense. Like hugs are good. I love hugs. Looks beautiful, Isabel. Thank you very much. It will look nice, the full thing. Actually today, I think it was this morning. Yeah, this morning Sid in our team also shared with us one animation related to his cat, and we could see like the smoke because he's holding a mug here, like in his hands. So in his hands, so there's like smoke, not smoke, like the steam, like the hot chocolate steam thingy, but the hot beverage is there, and it looks nice and fluid. I'm checking that I'm not missing anything around messages in other channels in my life. Good. Yep. Okay, so that was me saying goodbye. Actually, we're finishing on the day. We've been streaming for 2 hours and it should be fine. I mean, of course, it gets tiring because I've been working all day and storyboard and other things, but especially tough today. I don't have to repeat why. It's just how I feel my body today. And I need to take it a bit easier this afternoon. I still have things to do, but it will be more like chill on my own, alone at home things. So I guess that's it. Let me check again. Oh, the chat disappeared. There you go. The image is very romantic. It is, right? I love it. Finally doing romantic things. We were doing things that were so dramatic. I mean, I can't even say it. Like, is it a spoiler? I work in other stuff that is more nice and positive and welcoming, but it's not online public yet. So right now, the first and only production that you've seen from the studio from February is very dramatic, beautiful, and also romantic. Very dramatic. There's huge drama. If you see our like No Soy Nada music video for Damián Me Estás Matando, you'll see it it's linked in my channel, YouTube channel, in the main page, and it should be linked in the Twitch as well. You will see it, and it's very dramatic. The other things are not shared, and then there's this romantic stuff. We were about to work in something else after finishing a project that's still not public, but I said like, no, we need to do something sweet. I need to show the world we do sweet things, so clients can see we do sweet things well, so we are asked sweet things. So what I like, drama, fantasy, romance, sweet, and that's normally what we do. Not necessarily all of those together, but that's usually, if this studio does something, it mostly has one or two of those, like adventure, fantasy, or romance, sweet thing, or romance, fantasy, adventure, drama. I'm missing, I think, 1 or 2 combinations. I don't know. Don't test math me. I'll be going. 2 hours of stream, no internet issues, or like just a bit in the beginning. I'm so proud of my internet, so grateful. It's working. Guys, it's working. Thank you again, Eric, and the bot keeps fucking along. And see you in the next one. Again, by the way, next week we may not have a stream because, as I said, I'm finishing this project. It's a busy part and I need to put things together and editing and do other things that I cannot share streaming. However, if there's time and so on, I may still stream something else, I mean an illustration and so on. So goodbye everyone, see you in sometime the next week, maybe next like the next 2 weeks there's no news from me. That's why I'm saying subscribe to the newsletter, follow me on Patreon because then you will know. Worst case, at least subscribe to the Twitch and YouTube, turn notifications on, and you will know when the next stream is on. If not, then have a good life. I'm not making anyone's states completely your choice. Goodbye. See you. Have a very, very nice week.